Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you are listening to or watching No BS Job Search Advice Radio. Welcome. I've been doing this show Mondays, 2,500 episodes. Can you believe that? 2,500 episodes. Episode 2498 today, and I've got a nice little show for you. It's one about warning signs to look for in job postings or job ads. Hope you find this show helpful. Please give the show a great review wherever you listen to or watch it. It helps other people. Share it. Leave a comment. Click the like button. Do something. Put it on socials that you're on. And with that, we'll be back in just one moment. Today I'm going to talk about 4 warning signs for you to watch out for when you're reading a job ad, because they will signal to you that this may not be the bed of roses situation that you're applying for. And the first thing is they've got this lengthy list of job qualifications. And the reason that this is an issue is they're not really sure about what they need or want, so they're going to go shopping. And they've got a shopping list, but they're not really sure which things they really need for the recipe. So this often leads to too many interview rounds because they're trying to figure it out on the fly. And why do you want to get involved with something that has too many interview rounds? Do you have all this time in the world to spend while they're sorting things out? The second thing is a low base salary, or they use the phrase pay commensurate with experience, or salary will be commensurate with experience. In the first case, they're lowballing and they're trying to get you ready for that. In the second one, they're not going to be forthcoming about compensation. For all you know, they're going to pay you half of what you're making now. So that a firm would use that indicates they're not going to be forthcoming with you. And thus, when they get to the question about, so how much are you looking for? And you deflect the question by saying, all I've read so far is the job ad, which is pretty extensive, but I haven't met with my future manager, the team, have a real clear sense of what the role and responsibilities are going to be, and what the expectations are going to be. Can we come back to that later on? And by the way, what's the salary range for this role? They're going to duck it in the same way that you are. And thus, it leaves you wondering, why am I getting involved with a firm that doesn't trust me on the way in? The third thing is the experience requirements are too high for the role. And, I look at that from the standpoint of, an example here. We're looking for someone with 15 years of development experience. Well, usually, by the time a person has 15 years, they've moved up, right? Or they're a consultant. And firms like this don't want to hire a consultant. They want to hire previous employees. And thus there's a message in them putting in this requirement that seems higher than what the position really calls for. Just be aware of that when you read the ads. And lastly, I'm going to mention for today, when they talk about occasional weekend work or occasional overtime being expected, are you going to get paid for that? Are you going to get paid overtime at a higher rate? Are you just expected to suck it up and work for free? Like you're supposed to work 90 hours a week and give away your weekends to your employer. That's your prerogative if you're open to that or if your field calls for it. But why does your field call for it? Now, I understand in tech, sometimes a system is being put in, they're looking for minimal disruption, and they need someone to test it, and they need someone to test it on a weekend. I got it. But for most professions, it just means there's too much work for what they expect. And thus, consider this a warning sign for you of something that you may want to consider avoiding. Hope you found this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman. Visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's a ton on the blog that can help you. In addition, you can schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule time for coaching, find out about my courses, books, and guides. There's just a lot there that'll help you. Also, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN /the big game hunter. Have a terrific day and be great.